Hey, you've tuned into Math with Mr. C. Thanks for coming. This is 10-9 graphing equations on a coordinate plane. Please check your homework from 10-8 practice. Moving on in 3, 2, 1. Graphing points on a coordinate plane. How can you graph a point on a coordinate plane? Here's our coordinate plane. It is a grid containing two number lines that intersect or cross in a right angle. A right angle is a corner, just like a box. The number lines, called the x and the y, they're called axes, or an axis for one of them. They divide the plane into 4 quadrants. 1, 2, 3, 4. An ordered pair, xy, of numbers gives the coordinates that locate a point relative to each axis. What that means is that these numbers are telling you go 2 in a specific direction and then go backwards 3 or negative 3 in a specific direction. And today we're going to talk specifically, which might combine with your background knowledge, maybe you already know, but what these numbers mean. To graph any point with the coordinates, first it goes x and then it goes y. We would start at the origin, which is 0, 0, as we see here, and then we do what the numbers say to do. So each of these letters here is actually plotted on the graph to my right. With the clue word of math song, I see that the x-coordinate goes right or left, and we know that x is the first number. The y-coordinate goes up or down based on if it's positive or negative. And then you put a point and a letter labeling what it is. And here's the song, the math song of our clue word that I'm going to sing and that you should know by heart very soon. X-axis goes left to right. X goes left to right. Y-axis goes up and down. Y goes up and down. Quadrants go counterclockwise, counterclockwise. They are numbered 1 through 4. Say what? 1 through 4. Feel free to listen to that again. But there's some good math information in here, and our brains actually learn so well by saying things to a specific tune that I thought it was worthwhile. X-axis goes left to right. I know that X is first. I'm looking at Q right here, left to right. Positive 2, or I could read that as go forward 2. I know that forward is this way. I know this is negative 3 or backwards 3. I'm thinking that as, negative 3 or a low temperature. I know that that's down 1, 2, 3, and that's Q right there, and we could do that for each point. Here is page 1 of 2 for your notes. Because you have multiple terms, I'm going to ask you to put them on a different page other than the rest of your lesson, even if you are on the lesson outline that I've printed out and asked you to do your notes on. Just put them on a different page. Here's the second one. Here's example 1. I'm going to ask you to make an x and y axis just like this, numbered just like this, and I know that this is example 1, and you'll put example 1 in these letters, but you also will do example 2 on the same x and y axis, so it won't take up much space. So you're numbering with 4 going down to negative 6 and 6 going down to negative 8 for x. Giving you time to do that, unpause the video when you're ready. So now we're finding out what the ordered pair of r is. I see r is right here. First is to locate it. And I know that x-axis is first. I know that it goes x, and then we know it goes y. Shown right here. So we're looking at r, and I remember that x-axis goes left to right. Well, this is positive. I see the positives labeled down here, and left is negative, and it's positive. This isn't here labeled here. I don't know what it is. Well, if this is 2, and this is the second tick mark, I know that this is 1. I'm noticing that you don't actually have to label every one, but you do make tick marks for each one. So this is at 1. So for x, we have 1. Next, I'm looking at y. We know y goes up and down. I see that it's up. It's above 0, and it's at 1 as well. So the ordered pair is 1, 1. With P, I see that it's the X, which is first, left and right is negative, and I'm following it here, and it's at negative 8. Next is the Y coordinate. I'm going up, finding P, and it's right here. There's not a number on that one, so it goes 1, 2, 3. All right, it's positive 3. Next is S. Yes, you should have these written on your coordinate plane. Left and right first. All right, left and stop, and that is at negative 6. Comma, now let's do the Y. I'm on the Y axis, and we're going down to S, and it's right there. Oh, that's not labeled. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, negative 7. Next is Q. We go left and right first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that? Yep, that's 5. And then we go Y, the up and down. Stop. Yep, that is also, that's negative 5. Moving on to example 2. As I said, you are using the same coordinate plane as last time, but I see you might need to expand some of the numbers, and that's okay. Please try to find the ordered pairs of all of these letters, and I'm going to show you all of the ordered pairs after you pause the video, showing you in 3, 2, 1. There are your answers to example 2. Now moving on to independent practice. For independent or partners practice, we are only using 2 examples. I want you to draw a coordinate plane for each in your notes, and you need to draw it all the way up so that there's 10, 10, negative 10, and negative 10, which should be pretty big, and you're doing that for both. Once you have what these should look like, come back for the answer. In 3, 2, 1. Here's my answer for the first problem for independent or partners practice. It also asks to describe what shape you would draw if you connected them. My answer would be a square. Now moving on to the second problem. Unpause the video when you're ready. Here are the answers in 3, 2, 1. And there they are. It also asks what shape it would make if you connect them. I know that's not perfect, but that will be a rectangle. Thank you for watching this video. Please click the link below for the Khan Academy video and practice, and then choose one of these 2 options. You're awesome.